And this is where the hitman stays at right here. And everybody else is in the kitchen. Really good. This is Honey Bidwell. This is my roommate and my landlady.
Just a different kind of mentality, and that's going to change the whole fight. It's going to be like no other fight he's had.
This is
Storm.
This is Storm. This is Buddha.
I love Roblox and all that.
This is Tights. He's the creative artist. He like draws. Like, he has like some crazy artwork. This guy is Raph. Hi Raph. Hi Raph. Just now getting started. About another 3 hours, maybe 2. Every day is different. Say hi to the camera. Say hi. What is this sign? I don't understand. What is this sign? Why are you telling me to be quiet? I don't understand this. He's gotten hella big. Like he was just so little and so tiny the last time. But
So we named the pig Storm, and if anyone has a nephew, you know, once your nephew decides something, there's no going back.
Hi, I'm William Levine with Walkout FC, professional fighter and promoter. We are getting ready to promote our 11th event as Walkout FC, and we've actually co-promoted several other events. So it took us a little time to figure out how we were going to do this, and we thought it would be really cool if both fighters were champions, had experience in our organization. Through Walkout FC 9 and 10, we found the two guys that we wanted. We found Jeff Law, who is a really heavy-handed striker. He actually hadn't fought since 2011, and then came back at Walkout FC 9 and scored a really awesome knockout. He's a solid fighter, you know, mostly going to be a striker. We found Brandon Santana. He came in at Walkout FC 8 and fought Richard Mode, the longtime champ for us at 155 pounds, and he was able to defeat Mode by triangle, which Mode is a really good ground fighter. So we knew that he was going to be a good fighter. Then he came in and fought Kyle Gunther to a split decision win at Walkout FC 9. When we talked to Law to see what his plans were and what he wanted to do next, he was talking about possibly wanting to drop to 155 pounds as a professional. And we said, well, we've actually got a really cool opportunity where we would really like to have two experienced Walkout FC fighters fight for a signing bonus and a 3-fight pro contract. When I approached Law with this, he said, awesome, let's do it. And then I approached Santana and I said, would you like to be a part of this? And he was like, where do I sign? So both guys were really wanting to do this. They literally just said, you know, when can we fight each other? So that's exactly what we were looking for. We were looking for two hungry fighters who want to make their professional debut in 2018 and who want to have a career in this sport. And that's really with Walkout FC what we want. We want fighters who want to have a professional career. We want amateur fighters who want to become the next big fighter from this Midwest region, from Oklahoma, Kansas, Missouri, Arkansas, Illinois, Texas, kind of the places we draw the most fighters from.
I'm Jeff Law. I am 30 years old from Joplin, Missouri. Mixed martial artist. Record 6-1. Some wins by TKO, some by KO, some by submission, and I got knocked out once. So I am a father of a 5-year-old son-in-law. My little mini-me, the junior sure shot over here. I'm a husband. I work full-time as a office manager, basically, I guess you could call me. And I train every chance I get to fight, so. Yeah.
What did you guys just say right now?
That's a dead giveaway that you're a bad dancer. You guys want to stand in the corner and laugh some more?
I did dick.
Smells good. I can't wait for some chicken. I've been eating fruit and vegetables all day. Want some food. City, man. It looks Russian, man. I can't speak Russian. Czechoslovakian or something. You're gonna when I'm not training MMA, get out and skate. I've skated since I was in like 7th grade or something. It's just kind of part of who I am now. Get out and roll around a little bit. I try not to go too crazy anymore with as old as I am, and you know, having dreams in MMA here, so it's not worth the injury, basically. More than anything, I like to play with my son. That is my hobby, my life right there. He's in T-ball, just had his first T-ball game last week, which is pretty sweet. Yeah, like I said, outside of the cage, I'm not a very interesting guy. Hang out with my friends, family, of course. That's it, man. Super boring, really. I feel like this is hands down my biggest fight yet. Coming back into it after as long as I had off and getting offered, you know, a welterweight title and winning that really lit a fire back under my ass, I guess. After this fight, you know, I'll probably take a few months off to really build my game plan and get ready for my professional career before it kicks off. I want to start my professional career out with a bang. I don't want to talk too much about it because I really believe actions speak louder than words. So I just plan on showing people what I'm going to be about when I get to reset my record. It made me realize what my true dreams and passions were, I guess. I mean, since a little kid, I think every little boy can say I want to be a professional athlete. And that's always been my dream, is to be a professional athlete. So this is huge for me because I get to accomplish that dream, and not only to be a professional athlete, but a professional fighter. I mean, this is hands down the hardest sport that there is in the world, as far as training goes, mentally, physically, spiritually, every way, shape, and form. It's hard to get ready for a fight, so to be able to be a professional athlete. Wifey gonna be here soon. Any juice is that in here? Have Normal as far as, you know, training for a fight, I would say it's about as normal as it gets, yeah. Eat a lot of chicken, a lot of veggies, stuff like that. But if I'm not training for a fight, I eat whatever I want, whenever I want, however I want. First one at 155, so I'm looking forward to kind of seeing how the weight cut goes. That's really the only thing that stresses me out about the fight going into it is the weight cut. That it can't be. It's something I can do, no doubt. I just got to buckle down on my diet more than anything and keep working my ass off. And I don't see me having a problem making 55 at all. 172, come a little closer to time if need to cut extra. Our gym's a sauna itself, so we're gonna have basically grilled chicken wraps. I threw a little bit of olive oil in here and some basil, I think is what it is, for some flavor, and a little bit of salt. Wrap it up with a spinach wrap and veggies, man, and go to town on it before we go train tonight. Something kind of light on the stomach so I don't puke it all up. I was working a long time ago, working in a call center, and one of the other managers come up to me and he was telling me that his brother had an MMA fight coming up soon, so he wanted me to go watch it with him. So we kind of started talking about fighting. I think within 15 minutes of the conversation I had said, let's get me in a fight. You know, I didn't know really what I was getting myself into, so started training the next day. In his living room, actually. We trained in his living room for the entire fight camp, which was about 3 months. Went to my first fight. I was supposed to fight somebody else, but back then in the amateur world, you never fought who you were supposed to fight, so maybe not even in the same weight class that you were supposed to. So my original fighter ended up backing out. I got to fight a guy that I went to high school with named Bubba D'Souza, and ended up knocking him out in 15 seconds, I think it was, in the first round. At that point I decided that, you know, I'd worked for 3 months too hard to only fight for 15 seconds, so gave it another go, and then another one, and then another one, and then it just kind of snowballed. Ended up putting a little gym together in my garage, JMO Combat. Had quite a few guys training with us, and then decided to pump the brakes and focus more on family and career path, stuff like that. So ended up marrying my wife Heidi. We had a kid. I took about 5 years off and came back a little bit better than ever, I think, with the age and wisdom that came along with it. This is my wife Heidi Law. She's 31 years old and enjoys long walks on the beach with her dog, the German Shepherd. I'm just kidding.
I was gonna say, like, none of that's accurate. My age dog, I guess I like sometimes long walks.
Number one fan. She rubs my back for me when I'm sore. Sometimes. Yeah.
I'm not big on the fighting since we've had a child, but it's nerve-wracking for me. Stressful, but it's also fun and entertaining.
And someone turn on Thor Ragnarok!
Building up to most fights, and this has always been the case, Heidi doesn't talk to me too much about it, and I think it's because it's probably more so because it's more nerve-wracking for her than it is for me, you know. I'd like to think that, yes, she has the confidence in me to know that I'm going to do good, but yes, there's always that chance that, you know, the worst of the worst could happen. So I think she gets worried about that, because at the end of the day I got to go to work to take care of them, you know. So if I'm slacking on gym time, she tells me about it. So, yeah. Gotta go to the gym before you get your ass kicked.
The beginning of this month or last month, I'm like, if you're gonna do this fight, you better get to the gym.
Get to the gym. So she kicked my training up for me. You know, the one time I did lose against Matt Rosa in like 2010, something like that. Mm-hmm. And I think that was really, really hard on me to know that she watched me fall the way that I did. You know what I mean? Because my legs just weren't there anymore. Yeah, they were gone. So he put me out pretty good, so that kind of been easy to watch.
No, it wasn't, but I got told to stay back and let the doctors do what they're supposed to, so that's what I did. I waited till he exited the cage.
That was a good night. Probably one of my favorite fights yet.
You do look cute with a black eye.
Thanks. chicks dig that shit.
Natural shading.
I think that might be one of my favorite fights just because I want the most out of that loss. You know what I mean? Don't get overzealous. Fight's not finished till it's finished. Yeah. I got back into MMA. Me and my buddy Tom, he owns Cunningham Sandblasting. He brought me into a room one day and said, I want to turn this into a little weight room. So we ended up throwing some weight equipment in there. I threw a heavy bag up. Before I knew it, I was back in the gym training MMA 3 nights a week. Jody Lithicum came into the gym, and he's involved with Walkout FC, so he wanted me to fight. Told him I'd give it another shot. He's basically been right behind me every night that I'm in the gym. Jody's there kind of helping me out, walking me through stuff, coaching me up more than anything. So I just decided to go back at it, and I figured if we're going to do it, let's do it right and go back the best Jeff Law we can and finish. Go finish.
I was thinking of Jackson play.
Play? What do you want to play?
Halo.
No, I don't want to play video games.
No, like real life.
Oh, we're going to pretend to be Halo.
You gonna take care of Mama while I'm gone?
Yeah.
Yeah. You gonna take care of boy? Hey, look at that. Alright. You gonna go?
Yeah.
Come on. Ah! Okay, give me hugs. Love you.
Hit the button, not the back. Oh, on the floor.
You guys have a good night. I'll see you tomorrow.
Love you.
Love you.
Bye, guys.
Oh, your bag's over here, Joe. I'm setting mine on here. All good. Gym time. That's how I walk into the gym. My name is Jeff Law. I am 6-1 out of Strike Team MMA in Joplin, Missouri. I'm preparing for war, man. I mean, a guy like Brandon Santana, that guy's got cardio for days, you know. The way I see it, he's just coming off of a fight that he was preparing to go to the decision on again, I'm sure, you know. So I'm sure that his gas tank's very, very high, and he's working to make it even better right now. So I just need to make sure I've got the cardio to match his intensity, I guess. You know, I'm going to be putting quite a bit of pressure on him. I haven't seen a fight yet where he's got pressured the way that I'm going to. So I'm kind of curious to see how that gas tank's going to hold up for him with all that coming at him, you know. Hold it. Hard, fast, and often, baby. I'm Abraham Lincoln's doppelganger. Me and Honest Abe go way back. We freed some slaves together. Changed the world, killed a lot of vampires. Other than that, no. Just sports, family, man. That's about all there is to me. I like my 3 Fs: friends, family, fighting. You know, there's another one, but I can't say it on camera because I'm sure this is rated PG. Fornicating. You want to do some situational stuff on his last round here? Yeah, just do some shadow boxing back and forth. One more. Okay, Gary. I think this goes back to kind of what got me into fighting in general. I truly believe that as a human being, I was born as a fighter. I say that for a couple of different reasons. About 14 months before I was conceived, my mom actually had to have her tubes tied. So I'm technically not supposed to be here right now. I guess I had to fight my way through my mom's organs in order to be conceived at birth. Between the ages of 2 and 5 years old, I was on my deathbed with a deadly disease. Fought through that, beat it, and I look at life just in general and say, I'm going to kick its ass. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I'm going to grab it by the balls and make it my bitch. So I take that thought process inside the cage with me, outside the cage with me, and everywhere I go in life. I'm going to go pro, man. There's no doubt in my mind as to if I'm going to go pro. It's just a matter of time.
I didn't know he's rolling over with it.
I think right now with this opportunity with Santana that's been presented to me, this is something that I've got to grab the bull by the horns, I guess, and take advantage of it, because an opportunity like this doesn't come around to go 6-1 as of now, and then 7-1 after I put it on Santana come July 28th. I'd say that that's a pretty good record to go pro on. I'm just going to tackle it. I mean, as far as, you know, psychological mindset, I really believe in the power of thought, and, you know, I believe that if you set your mind to something and truly with every bit that you've got, believe in the fact that you're going to do what you set your mind to, nothing's going to hold you back outside of yourself. At the end of the day, I refuse to be the guy that runs around and says, I didn't do it and here's why. If you ever hear me say, I didn't do it, it's because I chose not to. So that's all there is to that. But no, I mean, 155, I'm really looking forward to the challenge. Am I looking forward to the suck of cutting to 155? No, but I am looking forward to the, I guess, the mental game after I get there, knowing that I did it, you know. Make yourself suffer and pay the rewards for it. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing.
Walkout FC returns to Joplin, Missouri, July 28th at Joplin Memorial Hall. As the Midwest's top fight promotion brings you another spectacular night of fights. You'll see all the knockouts, submissions, and top local and regional fighters you've come to expect.
Now I'm just a man with a perfect crime, time and time again, perfect out of my life seems so different in my eyes. So now I scream for a life of brutality, and I'm just an unknown mystery, and I cannot hide all this misery. So now I scream. Will make you bleed. It's down to who you wanna be. It's down to you. You wanna take another bite from insanity. Take another bite from reality. Bleed. Step up to who you wanna be. Step up to who you wanna. Take another bite from insanity. Take another bite from reality. Now fight.
Welcome back to the cage, local fan favorite Darren Crouch. We'll also welcome back Cal Tolbert, Walkout FC's oldest reigning champion, as he faces the tough Zach Jones for the Walkout FC welterweight title. Colton Hill will take on undefeated DeMarcus Griffin for the vacant middleweight championship. And in our main event and Season 1 finale of Walkout A Pro, we will have former Walkout FC welterweight champion Jeff Law taking on current reigning and defending lightweight champion Brandon Santana. These two were featured in 5 episodes of Walkout A Pro and now will battle for a lucrative signing bonus, a 3-fight professional contract, and all the bragging rights of Season 1 Walkout A Pro champion. Don't miss these great fights and more. Tickets are available at www.walkoutfc.com. Do not miss this fantastic night of fights.
You're watching Walkout A Pro.
So I had the idea to do Walkout A Pro around 2015 when we actually started the promotion. At the time I had the idea, we didn't really have too big of a roster of fighters, and it wasn't too practical as far as, you know, us just trying to build the promotion and do the things we were trying to do at the time. A few years passed.
back and take advantage of the body. Oh, there's a shot. It's not nothing huge or anything, but.
And we started getting the kind of fighters that we really thought would be great to sign as professionals. And kind of the further we got into it, the neater we thought the idea of doing a show to kind of show the life and the training and what these fighters go through as amateurs to try and build their name to the point that they can be professionals. We really thought it was a neat idea.
And here we go. Tonight, Ryan Wickham takes on Jeff Law in the Walkout FC Welterweight Championship. This should be a good one. Jeff Law in the blue gloves, Ryan Wickham in the red gloves. Look like they're about ready to touch it up and start the fight out.
Jeff waited. Jeff waited. I don't think Ryan didn't know where he was for a second there.
Oh yeah.
He's coming out with anger, and that's going to leave him open.
It really
he needs to cover. He needs to move. He can't stay on the cage.
He's still hurt.
Yeah,
All
it
those
needs to
body
be stopped.
shots.
It needs to be stopped.
Oh, Jeff's hurt. Jeff's hurt now. It looked like Jeff hurt his leg.
Yeah, he threw a kick and he reached for his knee.
And his knee is huge. Look at his knee right now.
Ooh. I think they're both hurt.
Jeff picking his shots well.
Oh, he took another knee shot.
Oh, and Wickham's equilibrium is just off.
Oh, he's just done. He's done.
And the
Yeah, I
crowd
think he
blows
might
up
have been out on his
again.
feet there.
Jeff Law, I mean, wow. He's a vicious striker. Now, show sportsmanship as always. I love this. This is the one thing I love right here, man.
So it was a real.
I'm Abraham Lincoln's doppelganger.
That's true.
Me and Honest Abe go way back. We freed some slaves together. Changed the world, killed a lot of vampires. Other than that, no. Just sports, family, man. That's about all there is to me. So I like my 3 Fs: friends, family, fighting. You know, there's another one, but I can't say it on camera because I'm sure this is rated PG. It's fornicating.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
This is Jeff, and you're watching. My name's Jeff.
Thank you so much for tuning into this week's episode of Walkout A Pro. Remember to tune in next week, Thursday, July 19th, for Episode 3 of Walkout A Pro. And you'll see both Brandon Santana and Jeff Law and both of their preparations as they get ready to fight July 28th at Joplin Memorial Hall in Joplin, Missouri at Walkout FC 11 Showdown. We'll be featuring a lot of great fighters like Theron Crouch, Walkout FC's oldest competitor and reigning welterweight champion, Cal Tolbert, as he takes on Joplin, Missouri's own Zach Jones. We'll also see up-and-coming stars Colton Hill versus DeMarcus Griffin as they battle for the vacant middleweight Walkout FC title. And your Walkout FC main event will be Brandon Santana taking on Jeff Law, not only for the lightweight strap, and also for the bragging rights of Walkout A Pro Season 1 champion. You will not want to miss these great fights. Remember to go to www.walkoutfc.com to get your tickets now. Please remember to go to our YouTube and subscribe. And here's a sneak peek for next week's show.
Ladies and gentlemen of the world, introducing Tate and Tana Law. They look so happy.
I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. Woohoo! Yeah, baby. Party in the garden!
So I work for Cunningham Sandblasting. We specialize in water tower tank restoration, maintenance, repair, basically anything that has to do with a water tower.
This is the bomb.
Oh yeah.
You know, I grew up on a farm, like, you know, when I lived in Arkansas with my grandma. You know, it was a little country town. And she had a big garden in the back.
Everybody in this world makes mistakes because something happened today that should not ever happen inside a household. It's hard to admit that I'm not perfect because I've had to struggle and I've had to fight for everything. I'm a mess up, guys. I'm a complete mess up. Pretty sure I'm going to lose a lot of fans over this.
I'm going to beat the hell out of Brandon Santana. That's already done. Yeah.